Hello. I'm going to show you Newsbank, our international, full text, well-sourced, comprehensive, huge, customizable database for current events and current events in news and news magazines. My name is Rhonda Kitchens. I'm your librarian. I'm taking you through our main site, bigbend.edu, to academics to library. Now I'm going to select databases A to Z. A to Z simply means our alphabetic list of databases. We have 132. You can certainly look at them by subject, formats. We actually do have a section of newspapers. You'll see we have quite a few databases that do contain newspapers, but Newsbank by far is the best for its collection that it holds and its search capability. So, also, if for some reason you have a security warning come up, make sure to overwrite it. So here we go. In for newspaper, we're going into Newsbank, and I am waiting for it to load. I want to tell you something about how newspaper articles are written. They're written in an inverted pyramid. That means some of the most important information is all at the top, just in case the bottom paragraphs are removed to make space for other things. This is a very traditional format, and it's very rich for research. I'm going to show you how we can utilize that. While we're here, this is also a place that kind of gives you some ideas of some things to write about, and it puts some things in different sections and topics for you to kind of go into an easy place to start picking off and doing your research. But also, if you want to narrow it down by geography, you're able to do so here, including Seattle and USA, Washington newspapers. And if you want to only look at America's news magazines, this would be the place to go. These are great places for those big, beautiful, bold stories that are secondary resources. Now, let's go up here and start this search. First thing you should do is go to More Search Options. This is going to show you a wonderful piece. It is a drop-down box that searches that rich, information-rich lead paragraph. You can also search using going into just the title of the newspaper article. Let's look at those again. Author, section. If you read Module 3 of Lib 101, the section here could have a different names, like if we're looking for opinions, if we want to look at fracking, what people in California think about fracking versus people in Pennsylvania, and maybe very, very different stories. And this would be one way we'd be able to do it. Look for fracking and look for the section for letters to the editor or type in opinion. And you should find some that are local, interesting, and probably tell a very different story about the same topic. So here it's kind of preset to dates. You can get rid of that and add in another piece. I can add in something like, I'm going to put it in quotes. This is my thing, health literacy. I'm searching it as a phrase. I'm going to go into my search. I'm not limiting it yet. I'll still be able to do so on the next page as well. So, actually the date is also a little bit easier to handle here too. As you can see from these two different boxes, you can use the slider here or type things in. Also, you can look at the type. There's actually college newspapers in here if you want to review what they've written about a topic. It might present something in a totally different way than the traditional newspapers do. The Newswire, sometimes it'll be Reuters, AP. Sometimes these are the most objective, but sometimes they also include press releases and things of this nature. So, I'm going to go up here and sort of look at our pieces. Let's talk about some people are raising funds for health literacy. This is talking about peer support in health literacy. That's interesting to me. I haven't seen anything quite like that, so I want to go in here and read it. If I decide that I want to use it, I will come up here. See this right here, this citation? I'm going to go select APA. The rule for this is to copy and correct. For instance, copy all this, but we'd have to go to an APO style guide to make sure this is in the appropriate order. Another thing you need to do is make sure you have all this information. It tells us the page numbers, the word count, and everything we might need. But one of our most important things, of course, will be the title, the publication date, the author, if there is an author. If there's not an author, it will be the newspaper itself. and if there's a section for this. So make sure you copy and correct this. Take these pieces. This would be the author section. This is the publication date. This is the title. This is the name of the newspaper. This is the page number. And a newspaper is not going to have a digital object identifier, but it will have a URL. So make sure to collect that. That will probably need to be shored up a little bit. It has extraneous information, but copy and it can be corrected. I hope this helps you find a wonderful article for your final project.